Steve, after Old Trafford, you said Michael Clark had some advice for you about how to get over that final hurdle. Is that what you sort of implied there, was going for big six to bring it up?
Well, I probably wouldn't have played quite the same shot if it was someone else bowling. Jonathan Trott's obviously a part-timer, doesn't bowl too often, and I said to Hads that, at the between overs, I said, "What do you reckon about just hitting him over his head?" And he said, "Just keep a clear mind, and if it's there, go for it." And it was there, and managed to get it away.
What was it feeling like to finally bring it up?
It was an unbelievable feeling. Obviously, played 12 tests now, and I would have hoped it had come sooner. But look, it's a great feeling to get 100 in a test match.
When you got to 89, the other test and went up in the air, you obviously didn't have too much of an effect on you if you decided that you were going to go aerial again to get the 100.
Yeah, I guess not. It was obviously a little bit different. The pitch probably wasn't quite as worn, and as I said before, Jonathan Trott was the bowler. It wasn't, Jimmy Anderson or Stuart Broad. So, it was a good chance that I saw to get it out of the way, and it came off in the end.
But were you concerned at all when you got to 89 and you didn't get it? Do you think, oh, geez, that things mightn't unfold for you, that might have been your last chance for a while, or do you think that you were hitting them pretty well and it wasn't far away?
No, I didn't think it was far away. Obviously, it was disappointing to get on an 89 in Old Trafford to a pretty silly shot, but I feel like I've been hitting the ball really well, and that my patience has been pretty good. So I hope it wasn't too far off, and today was the day.
Steve, can you just explain what the message was about? I assume the declaration when Phil Hughes came out just before Ryan got out. What were you told?
Just before Ryan got out, I think it was, we've got 2 overs to bat, so try and get as many runs as you can.
And were you not expecting the declaration to come when it did, with Nathan still to face 1 ball?
Well, I think I was told to try and keep the strike. Obviously didn't want to give Jimmy Anderson a chance to get 5 wickets, to be honest. So we pulled the plug there.
Tim?
So again, you've shown with today's play that you've had another really good day. And say when you look back, say for a couple of nightmare sessions, this series could have been so different. Is that a kind of source of frustration in many ways, or a bit of a positive as you look ahead to the winter?
Yeah, I think we've got to try and just take it as a positive. There has been times where we've probably, the sessions that we have lost, we've lost them, in very big clumps of wickets particularly. So looking forward, it's always a positive to know that we are playing good cricket and we've got that in us, and going forward, that's the kind of brand of cricket we're looking to play. So going forward, this Test match and then back in Australia, it's it's all positive, and hopefully we can carry on with this mood.
Do you view this very much the start, for the return series, if you like, to do well here as the springboard for the winter?
I guess every test you play for Australia, you're trying to win and do well. So we're not looking at anything different. It's just every test match you play, you've got to try and win, and that's what we're doing.
Steve, I suppose the last 12 or 18 months, your long form batting especially seems to come on. Like technique-wise, what have you sort of worked on?
A few different things. I've been trying to get over my front knee a little bit more. I've got rid of a bat tap that I used to have that used to make me be a bit higher and sort of push at the ball. So I think I've limited that a little bit. I've still got work to do as everyone does, but I feel like I'm in a good place and improving.
Steve, Usman and Phil Hughes scored a couple of 50s on this tour, but aren't here for this match. So did you feel a bit under pressure coming in here?
I probably was under a bit of pressure. I was trying to put it in the back of my mind and just go out and play the way I always play. So I didn't think too much about it and just tried to go out and get runs. And it was nice to form a partnership with Watto yesterday. He batted superbly and was able to put us in a good position.
How did you sum up your series until today, obviously, because some good innings, but maybe some chances thrown away and some sort of poor shots at crucial times?
Yep, definitely. I think some chances definitely slipped. I think I got a couple of 50s where I was going pretty well, and those are the ones where you have to try and convert and make big scores. They're the ones that win the games for your team. So look, I definitely, like I said, I feel like I'm improving. I think my mindset's good, and I'm getting better mentally. So it's all about improving and just trying to become a better player every day.
Stephen, how important is this 100 in terms of the fact that you've now pretty much guaranteed your place in the 11 for the return season? How much was that on your mind sort of coming into this game?
Yeah, as I said before, I was trying to put it at the back of my mind. I was probably under a little bit of pressure and just trying to go out and play my game. And I guess now that I've got 100 under my belt, it's probably going to be a little bit easier getting into the 90s and getting through that section when it comes up again. So, yeah, look, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Steve, since you came back in Mahali, there's been a real sense of determination about your batting, as an observer, which maybe wasn't always associated with you through some of your longer innings in this series. Would that be an accurate thing, or what has your mindset been since you came back?
I think I've just been a lot more selective with my shots and patient as well. I'm not afraid to let a few balls go outside off stump and just try and be smarter. I think that's the biggest part of my game that I've improved. Just being smarter and playing the percentages a lot better.
Right.
Steve, what was it like when you first weren't included in the squad and then you came in later and you knew you had to make your place in the side? How was that? How difficult was that to go?
Yeah, look, I was obviously disappointed when I wasn't picked in the initial squad, but look, I was lucky enough to come over on the A tour and get a few hundreds there and put my name up. So. Like I said, I'd been hitting the ball pretty well then and I felt really good. So, to get an opportunity, I was very thankful for that. And, obviously the series hasn't gone quite to plan for us, but, we're improving, and come the summer at home, hopefully we can, have some payback.
Steve, after tea, England bowled 11 overs in an hour. Just seeing the crowd were getting quite frustrated. Could you kind of sense the crowd were getting a bit frustrated? Just seemed everything seemed to be happening in slow motion for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess I think the ball might have been getting a little bit wet, so that obviously takes a bit of time to clean that. I wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest. I was just trying to keep batting and try and get as many runs for the team as possible, and I think we're in a pretty good position at the moment. It would have been nice to have taken a couple of wickets tonight, but the ball's still hard, and hopefully we can make some early inroads in the morning.
Steve, what was it like to be out there with Brad when you brought up the 100? You guys have a pretty special bond, and can you sort of talk about that and also influence he's had on your career?
Yeah, he's had a big influence. I've obviously worked pretty closely with Brad over the last couple of years at New South Wales and the Sixers. So, having him out there when I was getting close, he was keeping me calm, and it was great to be able to share that moment with him.
Steve, in the final session, England pretty much ground to a halt in terms of the over rate. It was clear they weren't going to bowl you out; they were going to ball you out. Did you boys speak about that afterwards? Was anything mentioned about the tactics that England employed to slow the game down?
No, we haven't spoken about it at all, to be honest. No.
Frustration for you as a player?
Not really. I really wasn't thinking too much about it, to be honest. I was just out there trying to, like I said, score as many runs as we can and put the team in a good position.
But maybe a bit of a letdown for those who've given money and all he has is 11 overs an hour.
Oh, perhaps, yeah. It's obviously you'd like to see as much play as possible, but I guess can't do much about it now.